Have you ever pondered the enigma of what truly sparks someone's longing for you? It transcends mere physical separation. Certain catalysts magnify their sense of yearning, compelling them to dwell on your memory. In today's exploration, we'll unravel these potent cues, artfully interwoven with the timeless wisdom of Stoic principles. This fusion will provide a profound understanding of how carefully curated moments of absence can strategically deepen your emotional connection. We will delve into the intricate psychology of attachment and memory, revealing how Stoic insights into self-control and emotional equilibrium can bestow a unique advantage in making her miss you profoundly. Whether you've recently navigated the complexities of a relationship ending or are experiencing a gradual drifting apart from someone once cherished, this discourse is designed to offer pragmatic advice coupled with profound understanding. Now, let's explore the power of strategic absence, the nuances of Stoic wisdom, and the art of leaving a lasting imprint on someone's heart. We're embarking on a transformative journey, one that blends psychological insight with Stoic philosophy to deepen the bonds of affection and create a magnetic longing in her absence. The journey begins now. Our first principle is that she feels invisible in the whirlwind of everyday life. In the constant hustle of our existence, we often undervalue the significance of the attention we receive from others. It's only when that attentiveness fades that its importance truly dawns on us. When a woman suddenly feels unseen, unheard, or ignored, it can evoke a profound sense of loss and a yearning for the person who once made her feel genuinely seen. This sensation of invisibility can manifest in various forms. Perhaps she shares a professional triumph and notices the absence of someone to celebrate with, someone who once shared her enthusiasm. Or maybe she endures a trying day and misses the intuitive support you once offered, the ability to sense her mood without her uttering a word. From a Stoic perspective, this situation highlights the paramount importance of being present and attentive in our relationships. The Stoics advocated for valuing what lies within our control and engaging fully in the present moment. When you were genuinely present with her, offering your undivided attention, it transcended mere physical presence. It encompassed emotional and mental engagement, a rare commodity in today's fast-paced world, where distractions abound and genuine connection often feels elusive. To make her miss you, it's about cultivating that same Stoic presence in your absence. When she vividly recalls your past attentiveness to her needs, she gains a clearer perception of the depth of connection that is now missing. It's not about manipulative tactics or playing games, it's about a genuine comprehension of the power of your presence and its profound impact. Reflect on the Stoic principle of appreciating what you possess while it is still within your grasp, without clinging to it when it's gone. When she grasps that your attentiveness wasn't a common offering, she begins to recognize how much she once took it for granted. This is precisely where the potency of your absence becomes a strategic tool. By intentionally stepping back, you grant her the space to reflect on life devoid of your thoughtful presence. Imagine a scenario where she returns home after a particularly arduous day, feeling utterly drained and exhausted. In the past, you would have instinctively noticed the tension etched in her shoulders, the slight slump in her posture, and known exactly how to offer solace, a comforting embrace, a listening ear, or simply a shared quiet evening. Now, she finds herself enveloped in solitude, confronting those feelings alone, acutely aware of how much she misses the unique way you used to care for her. In a world where authentic attention is becoming an increasingly rare currency, the memory of someone who truly saw her can be incredibly powerful. It serves as a poignant reminder of our fundamental human need for recognition and understanding and the exceptional nature of someone who fulfills that need. Embrace the Stoic wisdom of becoming irreplaceable by being genuinely present and attentive when you are there and allowing your absence to speak volumes when you are not. In this way, she will feel the weight of your presence even when you're not around, making her miss you more profoundly. It's not about manipulation, but about cultivating a connection so deep that its absence is keenly felt. It's about being someone whose presence is a gift, and whose absence is a palpable void. Next, we explore how she faces disruptions in her daily routines. Human beings are creatures of habit, our daily routines provide us with comfort and a sense of stability. These routines are frequently intricately woven with the presence of those we cherish. When someone is no longer a part of our daily life, it disrupts these established patterns, creating a void that is hard to ignore. From a Stoic viewpoint, these disruptions serve as powerful reminders of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of life. They highlight how deeply interconnected our lives are with others and how their absence can ripple through our everyday activities, creating an emotional imbalance. Consider this scenario: she awakens in the morning and there's no affectionate, "good morning" text message from you, a small yet significant part of her day, a simple gesture that invariably brought a smile to her face. Or perhaps she returns home from a long day at work, anticipating sharing dinner with someone, only to find the house empty and eerily quiet. These moments, though seemingly minor, are potent reminders of your absence. They fracture the flow of her routine, and with each disruption, the feeling of longing and missing becomes more profound. The key to making her miss you lies not in manipulative games or emotional strategies, but in understanding the true value of your presence. You cannot control whether she misses you, but you can strive to be the kind of person whose absence is deeply felt. To adapt this concept and amplify her sense of longing, be fully present and meaningful when you are together. Engage in genuine conversations, craft memorable experiences, and consistently contribute positively to her life. When you infuse value and joy into someone's life, your absence will naturally create a void. For example, instead of sending generic, impersonal messages, make them personal and thoughtful. Share a memorable moment from your day, inquire about hers, or reminisce about a shared memory. These small acts of connection become an anticipated part of her daily routine, something she looks forward to and misses when it's absent. If you regularly took evening strolls together after work or had a favorite television show you watched every Thursday night, these shared experiences became deeply ingrained in her life. When you're no longer there, these routines are disrupted, and the absence becomes a constant reminder of what she's missing. Essentially, by being genuinely present and adding meaningful value to her life, you create a space that only you can fill. When you subsequently step back, the disruption of these established routines makes her acutely aware of the depth of your impact on her daily existence. The Stoic lesson here is unmistakably clear: focus on becoming the best version of yourself, consistently bringing positivity into others' lives. When you dedicate yourself to this principle, your absence is naturally felt, and she will miss you not as a result of manipulation but because of the genuine connection and comfort you provided. Now we turn our attention to the third element: she feels the sting of loneliness. Loneliness is a powerful emotion that can excavate a deep void within someone's heart. For a woman, this feeling can be even more intense when she reflects on times when she felt genuinely connected with someone special, perhaps with you. In moments of solitude, her mind inevitably drifts back to those who made her feel understood and valued. This emotional space becomes fertile ground for longing and remembrance, amplifying memories of the companionship she once shared with you. Stoicism teaches us to observe our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, allowing us to perceive loneliness not merely as a negative feeling but as a poignant reminder of the meaningful connections we have had. When she feels isolated, whether in the quiet solitude of her home, lost in a bustling crowd, or surrounded by friends who don't quite resonate with her, these are the moments when she becomes acutely aware of the unique space you once occupied in her life. To amplify her sense of missing you, it's essential to focus on the quality of your interactions rather than simply being present in body. According to Stoic teachings, presence transcends physical proximity; it encompasses emotional availability and profound understanding. When you were with her, if you genuinely listened, shared your thoughts openly, and cultivated moments of authentic connection, these are the memories that will resonate most deeply when she is alone. It's the shared laughter over inside jokes, the peaceful silences where words were unnecessary, and the feeling of being completely seen and accepted that stand out vividly in her memory. Think back to a time when you both shared a quiet evening together, discussing dreams and fears under the starlit sky, or when you provided her with a safe space to vent her frustrations without judgment. These are the moments where you were present not only in body but also in spirit, providing her with a sense of security and understanding. When she is alone, these are the times she will reminisce about, yearning for that sense of comfort and belonging. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of understanding the transient nature of life's experiences. By embodying this principle, you allow her to experience the natural ebb and flow of her emotions without constantly attempting to remind her of your presence. Instead, focus on creating memories that withstand the test of time, moments filled with sincerity and depth, which she will naturally miss when you're not around. Remember that loneliness can also lead her to idealize past relationships, focusing primarily on the positive memories while conveniently forgetting the negative aspects. This idealization can further amplify her longing for your presence. However, as a Stoic, your objective is not to manipulate these feelings but rather to provide genuine moments of connection when you are present. When you relinquish the need to constantly occupy her thoughts and instead focus on being authentic and present, she will naturally miss the real you. This is the power of emotional connection and the art of making someone truly miss you, by being the person whose absence leaves a gap that no one else can fill. Our fourth element considers how she measures others by your standards. It is a natural human tendency to draw comparisons, especially when it comes to relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be cognizant of this tendency, not allowing it to dictate our actions but rather understanding its underlying causes. When a woman interacts with other men, whether socially or romantically, she may find herself unconsciously measuring them against the standard that you have set. This isn't a random occurrence, it's a reflection of the meaningful connection you shared and the profound impact you had on her life. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this act of comparison can be viewed as a form of attachment. Stoicism encourages us to recognize and reflect on such attachments, examining what they truly signify. For her, comparing others to you can spark a renewed appreciation for your unique qualities. It might remind her of your quick wit, your unwavering attentiveness, your insightful intelligence, or even those quirky traits that made you so remarkably memorable. When she encounters someone new and notices that they lack these characteristics, it serves to highlight the distinctive bond you shared. This is not about elevating you to an unattainable pedestal or diminishing the inherent value of others, rather, it's about acknowledging the specific combination of attributes you contributed to her life. Stoicism reminds us that every individual we encounter is unique and possesses their own inherent virtues. While another man might excel in certain areas, he cannot perfectly replicate the overall experience of being with you. For example, imagine she's on a date with someone new, and they're engaging in a discussion about a shared interest. She might acknowledge that he's pleasant company, but she might also find herself thinking, he doesn't quite make me laugh the way you did. Or perhaps, he's undeniably successful, but he doesn't understand me with the same depth and sensitivity as you did. These thoughts reflect the enduring impression you left on her, demonstrating that your qualities continue to resonate with her, even in your absence. So, how can you leverage this Stoic understanding to amplify her sense of missing you? First and foremost, concentrate on being your authentic self. By living in accordance with your core values and remaining true to who you are, you naturally establish a standard against which others will inevitably be compared. Embrace your unique qualities without feeling the need to prove anything to anyone. When you consistently act with integrity and maintain a strong sense of self, you naturally leave a lasting impression. Furthermore, practice detachment in the Stoic sense. Detachment does not equate to indifference, it signifies that you are not emotionally dependent on her feelings or actions. By cultivating independence and self-sufficiency, you not only demonstrate unwavering confidence but also convey that your happiness is not inextricably tied to her actions. This creates a powerful dynamic in which she may begin to miss the stability and strength you brought into her life. In essence, recognize that when a woman compares others to you, it's a testament to the unique bond you shared. By embodying Stoic principles, authenticity, self-control, and profound understanding, you not only create a lasting impression but also foster an environment where she naturally comes to miss the special connection you shared. Remember, the goal is not to orchestrate her sense of longing through manipulative tactics, rather, it's to allow your true self to shine so brightly that she cannot help but feel the palpable absence of your presence. Moving on, we address how she struggles emotionally when life throws its inevitable curveballs. It is an inherent human instinct to seek solace in the familiar, particularly from those who have served as a source of strength and stability. For a woman navigating challenging times, the absence of your support can become glaringly apparent, intensifying her awareness of how much she misses you. During these moments of hardship, she might reminisce about how you were always there to listen without judgment, how you offered thoughtful advice rooted in wisdom, or how you simply provided a calming presence that made everything feel a little more manageable. The stark contrast between facing these challenges alone and recalling the times when you were there to support her can make your absence feel even more profound. Now, let's incorporate a Stoic perspective. The Stoics instruct us that while we cannot control external circumstances, we can control our responses to them. Similarly, in relationships, while you cannot control how she feels or the difficulties she encounters, you can influence the memories she associates with you. By consistently being someone who offers emotional stability and understanding throughout the course of the relationship, you create a solid foundation that she will likely miss when times get tough. It's not merely about fixing problems, anyone can do that. It's about being that singular source of emotional steadiness and balance, someone who offers perspective amidst chaos and whose mere presence can evoke a sense of calm. If you had a knack for making her laugh even when things seemed bleak, or if you were the one who could shift her mindset with a few well-chosen words, these are the qualities that become especially treasured in your absence. When she faces emotional hardships, she'll find herself longing for those moments of levity or that clear, guiding perspective you provided. The Stoics remind us to cultivate virtues and qualities not only for our own benefit but also for the benefit of others. By being a source of emotional support, you make yourself invaluable in ways that transcend the superficial. So, how can you adapt this understanding to amplify her sense of missing you? Be mindful of the emotional impact you have on others. Cultivate a sense of empathy and understanding that makes your presence feel like a safe haven. Be the person who listens actively, who offers wisdom without judgment, and who brings a sense of calm and reassurance. When you consistently demonstrate these qualities, you leave an indelible mark on her heart. When you're no longer around, the contrast between your supportive presence and the void that follows will be stark. Difficult times often prompt us to reflect on our relationships and the people who have been there for us. This reflection can deepen her appreciation for the emotional support she once received from you, amplifying her sense of missing you. By recognizing this aspect of human psychology and integrating Stoic principles into your interactions, you can fully appreciate the significant role of emotional support in relationships. The connections we forge during good times become even more crucial during challenges, leaving lasting imprints on our hearts and minds. In this way, by embodying the qualities of emotional stability and support, you naturally become someone she misses when you're not around, reinforcing the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. The sixth cue examines how observing happy couples often stirs up a complex mix of emotions, especially for someone who has recently experienced the loss of a connection. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this feeling of longing and nostalgia is not merely a random occurrence but rather a sign of something deeper, reminder of what we once valued and shared. When a woman sees other couples enjoying each other's company, it can evoke vivid memories of the moments she shared with you, intensifying her sense of missing you. Suppose she's sitting alone in a coffee shop, observing a couple sharing laughter over an inside joke. The scene might trigger memories of the laughter and light-hearted conversations she once shared with you. Or perhaps she witnesses a couple strolling hand in hand in the park, radiating an aura of complete ease and comfort in each other's presence. This simple act of togetherness can evoke memories of the times when she felt the same sense of comfort and security walking beside you. These encounters are often unexpected and can strike her with considerable force, making her acutely aware of how much she misses those moments of connection. From a Stoic standpoint, such reflections can be invaluable. They serve as reminders of what we have appreciated and teach us about the importance of meaningful relationships. Instead of becoming consumed by regret, we can leverage this awareness to adapt and become better. If you aspire for her to miss you, consider embodying the Stoic ideals of self-control, independence, and inner strength. Instead of incessantly reaching out or attempting to rekindle old flames, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. This doesn't entail becoming aloof or cold, rather, it's about being mindful of your actions and emotions. When she sees you living your life to the fullest, pursuing your passions, maintaining your composure under pressure, and respecting your own space, she might begin to miss the stability and confidence you brought into her life. You can also subtly prompt her to reflect on what she's missing by cherishing the memories you created together without allowing yourself to be defined by them. Stoicism emphasizes that change is an inherent part of life. While it's perfectly acceptable to remember the past fondly, it's more crucial to focus on the present moment and what lies within your control. By demonstrating that you are at peace with yourself and that you prioritize your own happiness, you create a sense of intrigue and admiration that can make her realize what she once possessed and what she now misses. In conclusion, observing happy couples can be a potent trigger for a woman to recall the cherished moments she shared with you. By embracing Stoic principles, you can subtly encourage her to reflect on what she's missing, not by pursuing her but by standing firm on your own path. This calm and composed demeanor can often be more compelling than any grand gesture, leaving her to ponder the unique bond you shared and why she allowed it to slip away. The seventh element to consider is how she navigates social events alone. Attending social events solo can create a stark contrast between the memories of shared moments and the reality of being on her own. When she attends gatherings that were once enjoyed with you, your absence is not only noticeable but deeply felt. It's during these moments that she may start to recognize just how much she misses you and the unique way you enhance these experiences. In Stoic terms, absence makes the heart grow fonder because it allows someone to truly appreciate what they once had. When she attends these events alone, whether it's a casual get-together with friends or a more formal celebration, she becomes acutely aware of the void left by your absence. This isn't simply about having a date to accompany her, it's about the specific qualities you brought to her social experiences. For example, think about the way you used to infuse a lively energy into conversations, making even the most mundane events enjoyable. Or perhaps you provided a calming presence that helped her feel more at ease, especially if she struggled with social anxiety. When she finds herself in these situations without you, she may miss the comfort and security that came from having you by her side. From a Stoic perspective, we understand that what she misses is not solely your physical presence but rather the emotional support and the shared understanding that comes from having someone who knows you intimately. The Stoics teach us to value these connections deeply, recognizing that they are rare and should be cherished. When she navigates social events alone, she might start to realize that it's not just about having someone to go with but about missing the specific ways you made her feel understood and supported. To amplify her sense of missing you, consider focusing on your own self-improvement and personal growth. The Stoics would advise you to remain composed and focused on what you can control, your own actions and character. By becoming the best version of yourself, you become someone whose absence is truly felt. When you refrain from chasing after her or seeking validation from her, you embody a sense of calm confidence that she may find herself longing for. Furthermore, you can subtly remind her of the positive qualities you brought to those social experiences, perhaps by posting a picture of yourself having a good time at a similar event or sharing a story about a fun memory you had together. You can evoke those feelings of nostalgia, but remember, the goal here is not to manipulate but to remain true to who you are and allow her to naturally realize what she's missing. In essence, by embracing a Stoic mindset, focusing on your own growth, maintaining your composure, and valuing the meaningful connections you've had, you create an environment where she can naturally start to miss the unique presence you brought into her life. It's about letting go of what you can't control and focusing on becoming someone worth missing. Moving on, we delve into the eighth trigger: she finds out about your success. When a woman learns about your achievements from a distance, it often ignites a deep emotional response. This reaction isn't solely about envy or regret, it's rooted in the shared memories and experiences that once forged a bond between you. According to Stoic principles, we must understand that every individual has their own unique path, and our accomplishments are integral to our personal journey, not someone else's. However, your success can naturally remind her of the times when she was intimately connected to your life, sharing in your dreams, goals, and triumphs. Imagine that you recently received a significant promotion at work or attained a major personal goal. When she hears this news, it can bring back memories of when you used to share your aspirations and victories with her. She might recall those late-night conversations where you spoke passionately about your ambitions or the times she stood by your side, celebrating your successes, both big and small. This realization that she is no longer a part of these meaningful moments can stir a profound sense of longing and nostalgia. Through the lens of Stoicism, your focus should always remain on what you can control: your actions, your growth, and your mindset. While you cannot dictate how someone else feels about your success, you can certainly influence how you present yourself and your achievements. If you aspire for her to miss you and recognize what she is missing, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Demonstrate growth not only in your career or personal achievements but also in your character, resilience, and wisdom. You might share your successes publicly through social media platforms or via mutual acquaintances, not in a boastful manner but as a means of showcasing your continuous development. This approach isn't about flaunting your accomplishments, it's about illustrating your ongoing journey of self-improvement and resilience, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. When she observes that you are thriving and consistently evolving, it can create a powerful realization of what she has lost. The key is to demonstrate that you are moving forward, growing, and achieving without requiring her validation or presence. The Stoic concept of amor fati, or loving one's fate, teaches us to embrace every experience, both positive and negative, as necessary for our growth. By focusing on your own path and continuing to achieve without her, you are embodying this philosophy. Your success, observed from a distance, can remind her of the cherished times, the shared aspirations, and the bond you once had. It can prompt her to reflect on her decision to move away and perhaps ignite a longing for the connection you both once shared. So, as you continue on your path of self-improvement and success, remember that your growth can serve as a gentle yet profound reminder to her of what she is missing out on. This realization can make your absence more noticeable during key life events, ultimately making her miss you even more. The essence of this is not about manipulating emotions but about remaining true to your own journey, your values, and your growth, allowing these elements to be the catalysts for any emotions she might experience. The ninth element examines how she realizes her mistakes. Imagine a quiet moment of introspection, where she begins to perceive things from a different vantage point, where she genuinely understands her role in the distance that has grown between the two of you. This realization often triggers a deep sense of missing someone. When a woman dedicates time to reflect on past interactions and choices, she may come to see how her actions contributed to your separation. She might experience a mixture of remorse and longing, realizing that the seemingly insignificant things she overlooked or the misunderstandings she allowed to fester now appear as lost opportunities. The Stoics firmly believed in the significance of self-examination, understanding one's role in the unfolding of life's events, and accepting responsibility for one's actions. When she begins to comprehend her mistakes, it can serve as a powerful wake-up call, a moment where she realizes how much she undervalued your presence, misunderstood your intentions, or overlooked the unique qualities that made you who you are. It's not about wallowing in guilt, rather, it's about gaining insight and wisdom from the past, a principle highly valued in Stoicism. Now, how can you strategically adapt this understanding to amplify her sense of missing you? First, embrace the Stoic principle of patience. Refrain from rushing to remind her of her mistakes or pressuring her to acknowledge your worth immediately. Instead, grant her the space to arrive at these realizations on her own. By doing so, you demonstrate respect for her journey and allow her the time to reflect deeply. If you've already taken a step back to provide her with that space, continue to prioritize your own growth and self-improvement. Let her witness that you are not simply idly waiting but actively working on yourself, embodying the Stoic ideal of self-mastery and independence. When she perceives that you are strong, centered, and not overly concerned with her opinions, it can prompt her to reconsider what she has lost. Remember that, In Stoicism, we learn to control our own actions and reactions, not those of others. By maintaining your composure and living in accordance with your values, you create an environment where she might come to recognize the true value of what you offered in the relationship. When she ultimately recognizes her mistakes, your absence will feel even more significant, not because you attempted to make her miss you but because she perceives the man you genuinely are, a man who understands the delicate balance of life, love, and personal growth. Finally, we explore the 10th and final element. She experiences nostalgia through others' kindness. When a woman encounters kindness from others, it often evokes memories of the unique ways you used to express your care and affection. This isn't simply about random acts of kindness, it's about the deep emotional connections and specific moments that made your relationship special. When she experiences a friend's unwavering support, a colleague's thoughtfulness, or even a stranger's spontaneous act of generosity, it can unexpectedly remind her of how you uniquely demonstrated your affection. From a Stoic perspective, Stoicism teaches us to concentrate on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. When a woman misses you because she sees kindness reflected in others, it isn't something you can directly orchestrate. However, you can adapt your behavior and your mindset to cultivate an environment where she is more likely to miss you. For instance, within the context of your relationship, you might have had a unique way of showing kindness, such as sending her a thoughtful message when she was having a particularly trying day or knowing instinctively when to offer her space and when to hold her close. These actions are deeply rooted in understanding her individual needs and are expressions of Stoic wisdom. The Stoics emphasize the importance of being fully present and engaged in relationships, offering our best without expecting anything in return. Imagine a time when you surprised her with her favorite meal after she had casually mentioned craving it in passing. It wasn't solely about the meal itself, it was about the attention to detail and the concerted effort you made to ensure she felt seen and understood. Now, when she encounters a kind gesture from someone else, perhaps a colleague brings her coffee, she might appreciate the gesture, but it also subtly brings back memories of how you consistently went the extra mile to make her feel cherished. To adapt Stoic principles and amplify her sense of missing you, focus on becoming the best version of yourself, without attempting to manipulate her feelings. Practice patience, understanding, and kindness, not as a means to an end but as a genuine reflection of your character. When you are authentically yourself and live in accordance with Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you create a strong impression that endures even in your absence. Also, remember the Stoic concept of impermanence. Life is in a state of perpetual flux, and people inevitably come and go. When she experiences kindness from others, it's a subtle reminder of your absence and the irreplaceable moments you shared. But instead of attempting to control her feelings of longing or manipulate her emotions, embrace the idea that what you offered was both unique and valuable. The Stoics would advise you to relinquish any need to control her feelings and instead focus on your own growth, your peace of mind, and maintaining a steady course in your own life. By embodying these principles, you become someone who is missed not because of what you desire but because of who you are. Your unique expressions of care, whether through thoughtful actions, encouraging words, or an intuitive understanding of her needs, leave a lasting imprint. These acts of kindness are not simply remembered, they are cherished in your absence. This isn't intended to diminish the kindness of others but rather to accentuate the special bond and understanding you once shared. Ultimately, the psychological response she experiences when she misses you reflects the enduring impact of genuine care and the relationships you've cultivated. Your unique ways of demonstrating affection create a significant void that others, regardless of their kindness, cannot completely fill. This understanding aligns seamlessly with Stoic wisdom. When we act with integrity and true intention, our actions leave an indelible mark, making our presence felt even when we are not physically there. Conclusion: as we draw to a close our exploration of how psychological cues and Stoic wisdom can deepen emotional connections and foster a profound sense of longing, it becomes clear that making someone miss you involves much more than mere absence. It's about understanding the potent impact of your presence and strategically harnessing the lessons of Stoicism, self-control, emotional balance, and genuine engagement in relationships. Throughout our discourse today, we've observed how seemingly simple acts of attention and the quality of your presence can leave a lasting impression, whether through disrupting daily routines, evoking feelings of loneliness, or subtly reminding her of your distinctive qualities in comparison to others. Each scenario has underscored the power of thoughtful interaction and the Stoic philosophy of appreciating the present moment while simultaneously preparing for the inevitable ebb and flow of life. Remember, the overarching goal is never to manipulate emotions but rather to cultivate a genuine connection that naturally compels her to value and miss your presence. By embodying Stoic principles and prioritizing self-improvement, you not only enrich your own life but also evolve into someone truly memorable. By understanding the subtle dynamics of human connection and applying them with the wisdom of Stoicism, you can create a profound and lasting impact on the lives of others, leaving a void that can only be filled by you. Now, let's put these principles into practice. If you found these insights helpful and are eager for more ways to strengthen your relationships through Stoicism, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us grow and continue providing valuable content. Please take a moment to rate this video from 1 to 5, where 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest, to let us know how we did. Before you go, make sure to leave a comment with your thoughts or share your experiences. And if you're interested in further exploring the art of meaningful connections, check out the recommended videos on your screen. Until next time, embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and make your absence felt in the most impactful way. Strive to be the best version of yourself, and let your unique light shine brightly for all to see.